Welcome to This Week in West Hempstead, sponsored this week by Creative Corner. Here are your hosts, David and Norm.
Thanks, Dan, and welcome, Norm.
Hi, Dave. How are you?
Couldn't be better.
Great.
A lot of things going on, and fortunately, the leaf blowers actually stopped. I was really getting upset, and then I realized that the leaf blowers were actually working at my house, so it was kind of...
You could understand that, huh?
Yeah, so, okay, go.
I'm only going to complain because Thanksgiving morning, the guy across the street from me was using his own, and I'm like, dude, come on, one day a year, could you take a break? But no.
Yeah, we should have a national holiday, like no leaf blower day, and just everyone can sleep in and not hear these things going off at 7 a.m. But all right, anyway, let's talk a little bit about traffic and the accident situations that are going on all over the place. So on the one hand, we have Woodfield, and we're not exactly sure what's going on there because they took the sign down and it's not up. And then last night, there was a horrific accident on the intersection of Ocean Avenue and Peninsula that took the life of a 19-year-old.
Yeah, and a number of people were wounded, seriously injured. And this is going to be the holiday that we have to worry about. There's going to be drinking, there's going to be partying, now smoking, a lot of marijuana going around.
It's only getting worse. And if you see images, and you can go on Newsday, you can go. They have some pretty horrific images of the accident. It was very clear that the car was going, at least in my opinion, at a high rate of speed. A car had to have been flying, for that kind of impact. And
it's a big combination. You put a 19-year-old in a BMW, you're going to have problems.
Yeah, and how many times do we go down the southern state, and this is like a daily issue that just never gets addressed. You're driving at the speed limit, and maybe a few miles above, certainly not a lot above. And then there are cars that pass by as if you're like standing still, right. And they're racing. Right. And if your car just deviates for a second. Right.
I did notice a lot of state police
talked about this. I mean, as you said, the cops had that sign up, and that sign set up for 3 days, a week, maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know whether or not it actually succeeded in slowing anything down. I mean, look, we respect the fact that there are only so many cops that are out there, but listen, it's getting dangerous. You need to be careful as a driver, but it would be great if they could come up with something to slow people down.
So we reached out to Nassau County Police Department to respond and to find out what happened with the sign. And, it's that whole north-south corridor. Something has to be done in Hempstead and in West Hempstead specifically to slow it down.
Yeah, it's going to be an issue, and we're going to have to wait for the traffic report to be done. And then the fight begins, because then we're going to find out how they can't do this, they can't do that, it doesn't qualify for this, and we don't know how to do that. So we're going to, as a community, we're going to have to really get together and put some pressure on Nassau County to get this done right.
And they got to get that report. Whenever I hear that they're waiting for a report, it just, to me, is just a bunch of crap, and it's a delay. They know where the issues are. They know what needs to get done, and you really don't want to wait for these types of accidents. So.
The truth is the county executive has the power to do what he wants to do. If he decides he wants to put 14 lights there, all synchronized, so you never have to stop at more than one, he can do it. But he's going to refer to the traffic department, who's going to refer to some manual that was written in 1960. And then we're going to be back where we are.
So we're staying on top of this. We're waiting for a response. It's a situation that really needs to improve, and we have to just stay on top of it.
I will state that on Southern State yesterday, there were a lot of state police cars, and they were enforcing speed.
Good.
So they're out there.
Good. So on Sunday, Chabad did this amazing event where it was giving back to the first responders and to the emergency personnel in the community. Norm, you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, so I think about this all the time, especially in the middle of the night or on a weekend, and all of a sudden the sirens go off and you realize that there are people getting out of bed and having to deal with this in the cold, in the rain. And this was an opportunity to say thank you. So Chabad really took the reins. They arranged to take the community center at Echo Park, And they invited all the first responders, the volunteer ambulance, the fire departments from both sides of the town, the police department, the security people from the different institutions. It was really a special day. So they gave out all kinds of toys for the kids and friends of the first responders' kids, so that everybody could go home with something from first aid kits to toys, T-shirts. It was great. It was really great.
So if you go to westhempsteadecho.com, we actually have your video up on the site. You have the full video, and right now you can see the first responders and the families, and they're receiving a plaque, and I think the Chaya Rachel Lieberman,
the Rebbitzin from
Chabad, giving the plaque out,
and the rabbi,
and it's really it's amazing to give back to the organization, back to the community.
Yeah, it was a great time, and we have to thank them for taking the initiative.
All right, so you can see it all on the website. Now that Thanksgiving's over, and I hopefully we all finished eating all the turkey that was left in the refrigerator. I can't look at another piece of turkey.
I'm looking at another piece today.
No, I'm not. So
I can suggest turkey chili. That's the plans I have for what's left over still. So, throw some onions, peppers, and things in a pot and add the turkey.
It's a great idea.
I'm done with being creative. I think it's going to the dog. So we're setting our sights up on the holiday season of we have Christmas and Hanukkah coming up, and the Christmas lights. Last year on our website, we went around the community. We took the photos of all the tree lights. I mean, all the houses, and both with menorahs and with tree decorations. And we look forward again to doing it again this year.
Yeah, I think I'm going to look forward to trying to interview some of the people and find out how much effort really goes into doing the houses that really go over the top.
Yeah.
So actually, if you'd like to volunteer your house and you've got a pretty extensive delay, please reach out to us, Facebook or email address, whatever. We'd love to hear from you, and maybe we'll feature you.
Yeah.
And this year, of course, like every year, the fire department goes around with Santa and the menorah on top of the fire trucks. We hope to get some video of that. That would be interesting to see what the firemen see as they drive by all the homes, and every home, nearly every home in the town.
So before anybody asks, when they go driving around the neighborhood, it's there for Christmas and for Hanukkah. There's no emergency. Every year somebody pipes up on Facebook and says, "Why is all the fire sirens going?" That's why.
Exactly.
It freaked me out the first year I moved to West Hempstead. I mean, it was right after 9/11, and we were looking around and going, "Whoa, this isn't stopping." And this went on for what, an hour or two, right? It's a lot. It's a lot of driving.
Something like that, yeah.
So West Hempstead is going to get lit up for the holidays. We plan on bringing it to you. Even on my block, there's one of the houses has a giant menorah on their roof, and I think you can see it from the space station. So everything is all set to go.
Great.
Any new information about what's going on at the pool? I know you shot. The event at the pool.
It was supposed to be under construction. It's not. The sign is down, so apparently they don't know when they're starting. They have a sign up that says that the weight room and the sauna are closed.
That sign's been up since COVID, right. So don't get me started on that. So the bottom line is
we don't know.
There's no new start date.
Nobody knows, by the way. If you ask anyone at the pool, all the people who are administrators there, they haven't a clue.
Yeah, and they're only giving away daily passes, so obviously they're anticipating that there's going to be closed for an extended period of time.
Right.
But when that happens, who knows? I guess
we'll let you know when we know.
Yeah, and you know what? For all events that are taking place in West Hempstead, I urge our viewers to go to westhempsteadecho.com, where we have a full listing of everything that's going on in the library and things that are going on in the surrounding communities. And it's a great service. So if you have a chance, come to the site, take a look, watch the video that you shot on Sunday. There's a lot to view on the site and on Facebook as well.
And if you're shopping for the holidays, shop locally. The
Absolutely.
store owners can absolutely use it, and this is the time of the year when they need it.
Need the business.
Okay, thanks everybody for watching. As always, if you'd like to sponsor this or other programs, reach out to us at sales@westhempsteadecho.com.